Right, I'm hosting. Hello, Sean. Hello, Wikimaniacs. It's your boy, Sean. Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading. The episode starts now.
Get therapy.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Sean. With me, just one J. No more Tuesdays. And no more Tuesdays forever, actually. Josh, say hello.
Hi, Josh. I mean, Wikimaniacs.
It's confusing, is it not? It's hard.
And you're wrong, Sean, because there's one Tuesday left.
Disgusting.
For the $10 tier. And then it's going to be Sean taking over. So excited to see that.
Yeah. Wikimaniacs, don't make... I am just joking. I did not put the kebab in that. I tried to join Tuesdays, and Josh said, no, I'm out. I said, okay. I'm in there.
Yeah. I loved the episode last week with Thread Talk. They were great.
Good time.
I was so upset I couldn't be there. And I'm not going to lie, my schedule this week has been crazy. I completely forgot we were recording tonight. So I am juiced up on pre-workout because I was just about to do it work. And then Sean's like, where are we recording?
Josh said, when? I said, now, brother.
I was like, oh, shit. So I am juiced up and ready to go.
Yeah, it's all of our birthday month, so it's all hectic.
Yes.
And we have like a ton of guests, which is nice to have.
Also hectic.
But also hectic because it's all kind of, we got like all of them around the same time.
Yeah. But I appreciate all the birthday wishes I got. And then Sean's birthday's coming up.
Yeah. And then John right after.
Is it this week or next week?
Next week.
Okay.
In a week. Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because today is the 21st, correct?
Yes.
Yes. In a week. Exactly.
Happy Easter, I guess.
Happy Easters. Before we get into the story, remember, redditonwikishop.com, redditonwikishop.com. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I kind of dropped the ball. We've had some suggestions for charities, but we still have not gotten together and decided on one. But you know the deal. Half of the proceeds will go to charity. John said somebody corrected us and said it's profits. Look,
one of them.
It's the same shit,
Half
is it
of the
not?
money.
It's pretty close. I'm fairly certain it's the same thing. But yes, half of the money made from that collection will go towards a charity. And again, the collection is designed by Josh, a phrase coined by John.
Correct.
So a whole collaboration there. I do not condone violence, yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready to get into the stories, Josh?
I am juiced and ready.
Juiced. All right. This first one is coming from, for a first for me, R/2X chromosomes. And this one's coming.
I think we've done that before.
Have we?
I think so.
I'm forgetful.
Not often, but we have done it.
Nice. Okay. This one's coming from a goat, Stormbreaker021. This is titled, I started treating my boyfriend the way he treats me. Shocking. He hates it.
Oh, okay. So, shitty boyfriend.
Yeah. We're going to find a theme today, and it is all entirely shitty boyfriends. No marriages, just boyfriends.
Well, okay. Sean with a theme.
Well, I had 3 stories, and I was like, all right, well, I better find 2 more. It's so close.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, it's not often.
But when it happens,
it happens.
It's like lightning
in a bottle. Yeah, okay. Also, peek behind the screen. These were 2 I was going to read on our live that we did for the $10 patrons.
Yes.
So, you know, that if you guys didn't realize that those lives happen, there are lives for the $10 patrons. Also, yeah, we said this there. I'm going to try and do those with the gang at least once a month.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for those if you want more me, and who doesn't, right?
More Sean. That's all people have demanded.
I doubt it.
You're wrong.
All right. My boyfriend has had trouble being emotionally vulnerable and showing interest in my world. We've talked ad nauseum about what I feel my needs are, how I like to be treated, how I want to connect deeply with my partners, share and talk about interests, and more. I've helped him figure out what he needs, therapy and medication, both of which confirm that he has ADHD. He claims when we're not together, he often forgets to check in on me, think about me, or that he connects to others easier in person. However, in person with me, he struggles to show interest or affection other than a lot of physical contact. He is asexual, so it's a lot of hugs, back rubs, etc. He also blames a lot of these issues on ADHD and the inability to feel and verbalize his feelings. It clearly hurts and bothers him that he can't express his love for me easily, but I consistently see a lack of change or effort, which bothers me more. Okay, and here's the kicker. I also have ADHD. Haha. But I clearly have different priorities. I've worked on skills to help manage my symptoms, plus meds, and I go to therapy weekly. A few days ago, after clearly and repeatedly telling him that it's actually pretty important to receive a good morning text from my partners, he forgot again. He has done no troubleshooting, problem solving, or even expressed what challenges he has meeting this one minor request. As an example, when I had a partner that got up super early for work but expressed similar needs, I would pre-schedule messages for the week to be sent when they woke up.
That's actually honestly what I was going to say. I was like, you could just pre-schedule those so that, I mean, at one point, like, some people may argue that's not the same, but I would argue it is, because you're pre-thinking about it being like, I'm going to miss this. I'm going to pre-schedule this when I remember so that they get it when they wake up. I think that's the same concept as sending them a good morning message.
Yeah, whether they're thinking about you now or later, it's still thinking about you. I would say. Mornings
are busy. You do get busy in the morning. So if you have to do it beforehand and schedule it, I think that's fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like iPhones just got that. So another point for Androids.
Crazy. I've had that forever.
Another point for Androids, I guess, because I think iPhones just got that in the last calendar year, to be sure.
I want to say like a decade that's been out.
Really? Well, I guess the iPhones just waited to perfect it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, there's the...
Yeah. That's what we say, even though scheduling a message, I don't think needs a lot of
code or...
It cannot have taken a decade to perfect it.
Yeah.
But, iPhones.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love them. All right. They knew this was how I handled this particular thing, and they were appreciative. So I started matching his energy. I don't reach out throughout the day to tell him what I'm up to or see what he's up to. Oops, I forgot, I guess. When he tells me something he's excited about, I change the subject, or I leave him on red. I told him not to worry about good morning texts. His lack of interest in this one request made the gesture unimportant to me. This put him into shutdown mode, which has also been an issue. I've asked that at least when he realizes he's shutting down, to at least give me a heads up that he needs time to process, because otherwise I just feel shut out since I'm a direct communicator. He didn't do this either. He clearly tried to connect with me the other day to say that he's been journaling again. I was happy to hear this. I know it's his attempt to connect with me and his own emotions. I asked him what he's been journaling about. He basically went on to say it was just stream of conscious stuff to help ground him. When I realized he would not expand or go deeper in this conversation unless I continued to dig, I just responded with okay and ended the conversation. I can tell he hates being shut out, but I have no more emotional labor to expend on this. Now I just want him to feel the effects and consequences of how he treats me, intentionally or not. He knows what he needs to work on in order to meet my needs. I'm an extremely clear communicator, but now he has to actually do the work on his own effort, or he knows I'm not going to. Made up that last part. Or he knows I'm out. Watching him flounder without me spoon feeding him has been equal parts interesting and sad. There's an edit. The edit is new to me.
Okay. Do you want me to give my take?
Yeah. This would have been a good one to have John on, I will say.
I was just about to say I don't have quite the knowledge of, as John calls it, spicy brain.
Yeah.
But this feels like the beginning of the end of this relationship. When one partner is not willing to, work on themselves to meet your needs, and it's gotten to the point that you have to petty revenge back to them to try and teach them a lesson. It's like, all right, well, this is probably not going to change. It's going to get worse because now neither of you are communicating. So for me, it feels like this is the journey to the end of that relationship, and you both need different things or need to work on yourselves before you find a relationship. Not necessarily OP, but the boyfriend. So yeah, for me, it just if he's not meeting your needs, and you've asked him multiple times, nothing's changed. Why? You don't have to stay. You know what I mean? You can find someone who meets those needs, and you don't have to go through this torture of petty revenge and watching this sad thing play out.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I think I would probably just break up. You know what I mean? Again, don't quite have the knowledge on like what John likes to call spicy brain. He has frequently accused me of being spicy brain, which I don't doubt.
But I won't diagnose you.
Yeah, we cannot diagnose each other. We've learned that very early on in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and I assume everybody's own condition with it, just because just because these two people both have ADHD doesn't mean like everything is the same mentally. You know what I mean? So there could be like, I'm assuming, everyone has a different relationship with it. So maybe some people can cope with it a little bit better than OP's partner, who seems to be kind of
unable to or unwilling
or like trying to, but not really, like so far the only positive thing that he's done is like start journaling.
Got diagnosed and started therapy, right?
It says that OP helped her boyfriend figure out that he needs therapy and medication, but it doesn't go further. He could be in it and he could be not, but they don't really go into detail.
Okay. So he could just be diagnosed with these things and not
he could just
anything.
be diagnosed and be like, good to know, I guess.
That's tough if that's the
Which
case.
Would be tough if that's the
then
case.
It's just like, okay. I mean, if you know you have that, like you could be talking to someone who could help with coping mechanisms or prescribe you medication that can help keep you attentive or whatever it happens to be. It's tough to me when she's like, he won't text me because he's like, in person, I'm more attentive to people like that. But then when they're in person, he's not attentive. And
Yeah,
just like,
that was my thing.
Does he like you? I don't know.
It was like, I find it easier to communicate in person with everyone except you, it sounds like. So
or not in person either.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad at texting. I am terrible in group chats or something like that. Like I'll go a couple days forgetting about it and then be like, oh shit, I should probably respond to that.
Yeah. I'll do the respond in my mind because I'm busy when I read it. And then I'm like, surely I can't believe they haven't texted me back.
You're getting offended.
Yeah. I'm like, this is kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah. But for me, it's like with Sienna, I message her back almost immediately every time, or like when I get the chance right away, because it's just like, yeah, that's the person I always want to be talking. Like
you want to be attentive to.
I want to be attentive to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it does feel weird that on both ends of like in person and not in person, they are not being attentive. So that's hard to hear.
All right. So here's the edit. Well, this post ended up being far more successful and dramatic than my relationship ever was. Haha. I appreciate some of the comments that gave me some things to think about and to reflect upon. There's no huge reality TV style season finale. I hurt his feelings with my actions that matched his. We apologized to each other, talked it out, and are back to normal with a couple of things that we'd like to try before calling it quits, which is basically exactly what I expected.
Okay.
He's a much welcomed bit of peace right now, even if it's not forever.
So it sounds like this is the final ultimatum. Hey, if you don't do these things that I've already asked you for 20,000 times, we're done.
Yeah. And if it's 20,000 times, you could kind of expect
it's not going to change.
It's not going to change. But
Fingers
kudos
crossed. I'm optimistic, but I'm just like, I've seen this play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been 4 years of this.
Yeah.
We've seen quite a few of these. Kudos, I guess, for one more try. Maybe the ultimatum works. Unfortunately, that seems to work for some men. Be like, wait, you're out? And then they fix themselves.
I'm going to change myself for 2 months.
For 2 whole months. So we'll see. This was the original post was 12 days ago. So we'll see. Maybe there's an update in 2 months or so.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for the second story of the day?
Let's do it up. I'm tingling right now.
All right. This one was cross-posted also by Stormbreaker.
Whoa. Double
021 2 hours ago, in fact.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Now they know when we record, Sean.
Holy shit.
which is good because I don't even know when we record.
Well, it's not even a normal recording day anyway, so I think we're okay.
That's true.
This one's titled, Boyfriend Told Me I'm Rushing Him into Marriage After 5 years of Dating.
Rushing's a strong term if it's 5 years. Depends on how you're doing it and like where you guys are in life. Like hypothetical, right? You start dating in high school, you're still 16. In college, you know what I mean? Like 5 years later. And it's like, I want to get married now. It's like, okay, well, that doesn't really make sense with we're still in school for a few more years. Mm-hmm. Probably want to get a job, enough money to save up for a wedding, ring. So there is a potential that, OP could be in the wrong, but based on the plot of today's episode, I believe that the boyfriend's in the wrong.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out, Josh.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna need you. I'm glad you're pumped up and pre-worked out.
The synapses are firing, dude.
It's crazy. I want to hear you say one of my catchphrases when you hear this.
Oh.
My boyfriend, male 31, and I, female 26, have been together for 5 years.
Illegal.
Thank you. Love it. The eyes got crazy too. That was great.
That's the juice. Did you see the bloodshot?
Yeah. Illegal.
What was his age again? Sorry.
He's male 31. She's female 26, and they've been together for 5 years. So he would have been 26 when she was 21.
Okay, not the craziest we've ever heard of, but it is illegal.
Yeah, it is illegal by the word of the law.
I don't know if it was the level of illegal that I screamed it at, but it's illegal.
Oh no, illegal's illegal. We live in a world of black and white. The Sean rule famously has no gray area.
None at all.
We bought a house together 3.5 years ago, and everything is on joint accounts, joint bank accounts, joint car insurance, etc. We had a conversation a few weeks ago about getting married, and he told me he doesn't want to feel like he's being rushed. Okay. The last time we talked about this was in September, and he told me that we'd be engaged in less than 6 months. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. So now I don't know what to do. Our relationship is perfect otherwise. We usually communicate really well. He's very attentive and loving. We still go out together and have date nights. He's told me many times before that he wants to marry me. I just don't understand why he won't propose. So my question is, how do I approach this topic again? Or should I even bring it up? Oh yeah, this one's coming from r/advice. I don't know if I said that.
Oh, okay. That's a weird, especially since they talked about it months ago, and then he said within 3 months. Is that what I heard? Within 3 months is what I heard somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, he said in less than 6 months.
6 months. Sorry, I didn't even hear that correctly.
Same.
So yeah, it's crazy to put a timeline on it yourself, and then when you revisit the conversation, you're like, I don't want to feel rushed. It's like, okay, buddy, you put the timeline on it. Like, what do you want from me? That's weird to me.
Yeah,
because it's like if you both have talked about it, you've expressed your interest. You're both, it sounds like, pretty settled in. Like, you're 31, Like, what are you waiting for? 40?
You got the house, you got the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if this is the person you want to be with, it shouldn't be a second thought. And it's not to say that, getting engaged, you have to get married right away. If you don't have the money for that, that's fair. You can get engaged and then talk about that afterwards. But you've expressed this. It seems like you're just leading her on if you're not serious about proposing. Yeah. So my advice for her would be to ask why he feels like he feels rushed and like get clarity on that, because everything, it sounds like he's put the the timeline up. So it feels like if he feels rushed, it's on his end, not your end.
Yeah. I'm very confused by we usually communicate really well. I don't know. I feel like maybe not,
maybe
not
this area.
Not. Yeah. I mean, definitely not this area. There's no way that y'all communicate well and then he's still feeling rushed and you don't know why he feels rushed. Yeah, because 5 years, a house with both of y'all's names on there,
joint
car insurance, joint bank accounts.
It's like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's pretty much there. I mean, if you have the money for a house, I imagine you have a money for a ring. You know, I don't know. I mean, everyone has different things. Maybe that wasn't the priority for y'all too. Maybe even the priority was the house.
You don't have to get it. And this was from your episode on Friday. You don't have to get an expensive ring right off the bat.
Yeah.
You can get something, that you both agree on is acceptable or what you want for now, and doesn't have to be the most expensive fucking ring in the world.
Oh yeah. Nancy showed me that story where y'all talked about the worst engagement ring of all time. That shit was bad.
I don't remember that one.
The heart-shaped amethyst looking, or like brown, the heart-shaped brown.
Yeah.
That was tough.
That was crazy. But yeah, it has to be something you both agree on and not the worst ring I've ever seen in my life. But
that was atrocious.
But yeah, so if money's the issue, then communicate that, but don't say you feel rushed. That's not clear communication. It's like, why do you feel rushed? How do you feel rushed? Is there an issue? Should I be worried about something? You know what I mean? Like that just brings up all these questions that you haven't answered. So that's what I would want to get clarity on that stuff.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I agree. That's kind of, I just don't understand. I don't think everything is perfect otherwise. Cause I don't know. Every couple is different, but I know for like Nancy and I, we were pretty much like, all right, how do you feel about marriage? All right. When do you think we should do it? Okay. We got it sometime in this next year. It will happen.
And
then it did.
Exactly what we were like. It was like, we got back from Greece and I was like, yeah, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. Very clearly. And then we discussed, it's like, okay, well, if we want to have a fall wedding, it should be before this time. If we want to get married this year, it has to be, before this point. And I was like, okay, cool. That's the parameters. I got it. And then that happened. So it was it's a pretty simple conversation when you are good, normal adults within a relationship. Yeah. And sure of the relationship.
Yeah. So I'm with Josh. I feel like that's a very good advice, is just to ask like, why is rushed the word you want to describe this as? Because
clear that
everything else seems pretty in place and pretty ready to go. So all right, let's hope this next one also wasn't read on a live.
We'll find out.
This one's coming from r/chew off my chest, cross posted by Hop midscore into midscore it.
Let's go.
My boyfriend took me to visit his family for the first time, and it was one of the creepiest experiences ever.
Creepiest. This is giving me Get Out vibes. You'd have to kill some white people to get away. Is that what's going to happen?
Whoa, spoilers.
It's been like a decade.
Yeah.
Since Android could send advanced messages.
I've been able to do that for a decade? All right. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about half a year now, and it's been great so far. Never met his family up until this point, as they live in another state. This past weekend, he decides to take me on a quick trip, Friday through Sunday, to meet his family. Going in, I knew he's from a wealthy Scientologist family.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Those motherfuckers hate me because I did an episode on them.
Wait, did you actually get like hate from them?
Yeah, I did at one point.
Oh, shit.
I was getting emails.
You're a beast. So we're about to get more.
Hell yeah.
But he himself is actually not practicing or involved. Plus, he said it's not actually that big of a deal. His family's nice.
That's what they all say to get you in.
Yeah. Sounds pretty culty, OP, I gotta say.
They get you onto their compound and you can't go anywhere.
We get to the house, and it's a huge mansion, super well guarded, top security. It already feels off at this point.
Tom Cruise comes running out of the building.
Yeah. Mission Impossible. Yeah, every time I see him get hyped up on the Mission Impossible stuff, I'm like, are we as a society still rocking with him? I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did watch Top Gun Maverick when it came to
That was a good movie.
direct, like video on direct, or what was it? Video on demand.
I don't know. Is that what
Streaming?
they call it? Streaming,
I don't
yeah.
know. Streaming. And that was a pretty good movie.
It was a
I'm
great
not gonna
movie,
lie
yeah.
to you. It was pretty great. But afterwards, I'm like, no man, we're supporting this man. I see.
I was there for Miles Teller. I don't know anything about Miles Teller, his background, so
Yeah. Don't yell at us if he's also canceled.
he's also bad. I don't know.
It's white men.
I did want to grow a mustache after that movie
I think everyone did. I think
Yeah.
you shaved it shortly after that, but for a costume party.
for a different reason. And then I
For a
was
different
like,
reason.
should I keep it?
It was pretty good. Inside the property, there are people in uniforms walking around the yard/garden. They greet us, but make no eye contact whatsoever. I'm pretty creeped out at this point. I ask my boyfriend about them, and he says they're just staff. I meet his mom, dad, and younger brother inside. They are nice. His parents are very fancy people. Inside the house, there's the same people in uniforms doing stuff, and this place is spotlessly clean. We have a meal together, and these people serve us. Think like servants in movies. They don't talk, they don't make eye contact, and the parents don't really interact with them. It's all so weird.
That would be weird.
At this point, I subtly mention them by saying the staff's doing a great job. The mom says, well, they're not really staff, but something similar.
Oh, no. It is Get Out.
She says, I need to watch this Get Out. She says they're a part of something called the Sea Org, and they're essentially volunteers, so they don't get paid.
Oh, never mind. This is different, but also equally as bad because it sounds like slavery.
Sounds bad.
Fuck?
The rest of the days until we left were the exact same. Tried to have a chat with the quote unquote volunteers, but they only gave short, polite responses and then ran off. It quite literally felt like they were being forced to be there. I tried to ask my boyfriend about it, even now, but he has the same way of talking in circles as his parents about anything related to their family and or Scientology. They say a lot while actually saying nothing.
That tracks.
Before we get into it, I will read the top comment on our subreddit. Shout out, The Door Doesn't Work. They commented, me at the start of the story. Sounds like boyfriend's family are some kind of old money snobs. Me, as soon as I saw the name Sea Org, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Ooh, Sea Org. I don't know that one.
So, according to another comment down here, this one is by Own Midscore Organization, Midscore 532. The Sea Org, or Sea Organization, is the branch of hardcore believers in Scientology.
Ooh.
Its members have signed billion-year contracts. I can't tell if that's a joke or not.
Probably not. Knowing most cults, that's not a joke. That's what happens.
That's fucking insane that they think they'll be here for even 100. They do get paid about $50 per week, but not always. Room and board is provided and one uniform. They get 15 minutes to eat all meals, and they have no say in their lives.
So it's basically slavery with some extra steps.
Yeah, sure sounds like
Got it. Thought we banned that. Thought we weren't allowed
but
that.
it sounds like they've convinced these people that they're volunteers and not.
Oh, that's crazy.
The Sea Org was formed in the 60s when governments were making life for L. Ron Hubbard difficult. They fled to the sea. Currently, Scientology has one boat, the Free Winds. It's mostly in a Caribbean port because it's banned from docking elsewhere due to asbestos. All of the Scientology's upper staff are members of the Sea Org. It's well known that Tom Cruise's staff is all Sea Org because Tom's best friend runs Scientology. The staff do Tom's bidding, but also report back everything to Scientology top brass. There are a bunch of great YouTube channels discussing Scientology. Look for SPTV.
What the
Not
fuck?
an ad.
Yeah, I don't think I covered that part of it in my episode. Again, that was 5 years ago, so it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
But that's so fucked up that's allowed. Not great look on Tom Cruise again. So
A tough
I guess I'm not going to go watch Top Gun Maverick 2.
Yeah. Or we can just take to the high seas, brother, and pirate that.
Oh, that's true. Could do that. Or I'll play Tom Cruise.
Whoa.
I'll do it.
Thank God.
I got to get
waiting.
way more jacked and way shorter.
I think you have to cut your legs in
I think
half.
he's
knees
might be
down.
closer to John's height, isn't he?
I think he's exactly John's height.
My knees are going to hurt from bending over. They could CGI that shit, right?
Yeah, of course.
Cut my
I mean,
legs
they made
off.
Robert Downey Jr. look like he was 6'2" for like 20 years.
How tall is he?
Also tiny, I think.
Oh, damn.
Tom Cruise, 5'7".
Okay. So not super short, but like definitely shorter than me.
Downey, 5'8".
Okay.
John, 5'5".
Yes. So they're taller than John.
Yeah, but not
Not by much.
Not by much, Tom. John, you could be an action star, brother. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Hell yeah. The Filipino Tom Cruise.
We need it.
I'd pay for that.
And John hates religion, so we have no worries about that.
He would definitely chop on Scientology.
He would not allow them to manipulate him.
Yeah.
All right, this next one's coming from r/TIFU, cross-posted by nobody. I found it on TIFU. Predator.
Oh, wait.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
You want me to hit the right one?
That's so rude. You're so rude for that.
It's not even an accident. I have to switch over to the other soundboard to click that button.
You bastard. All right, this one is titled "Today I Fucked Up by Making My Boyfriend a Tinder Account."
Why would you do that? I have so many questions. Okay.
This actually happened in the last couple of weeks. Basically, my boyfriend suffered from pretty low self-esteem. Like, it's not like he's too bothered about his looks, but he rates himself a 5 out of 10 on a good day.
That's an average. It should be.
I think yeah, I guess. But I think self-esteem wise, if you're not saying you're 7 at least.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it bothered the 10 out of 10 scale has always bothered me. First is like, why are we rating people?
For sure.
But second, it's like 5 is the middle.
5 is the middle. I think it's not the rating scale. It's school has fucked us.
Right. Because 50 is a fail.
Yeah.
But like
50 should be fine.
Yeah, 50 should be the middle. It should be the average.
I know half of this. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's always bothered me about the 10 out of 10 scale.
Yeah. During like team meetings with like our smaller team, like they make us do like 1 out of 10, like, you know, how you feeling? And I'm like 2. I feel like if I ever say 5, then I just mentally, that means I failed and I'm in desperation mode. So I'm always like, well, 7. And then people are like, man, you are doing really good. And I was just like, no, if you ever see me say 5, know that I'm about to go.
I'm on the edge.
It's over for me. All right. Obviously, I think he's gorgeous and handsome, but even though I've been saying this for years, he does not believe me. So, for some stupid reason, I decided to show him that other girls would find him attractive by making him a Tinder account.
Oh, this is not the way to go about it. I think therapy is a different,
right? I guess this was the cheaper, more dangerous alternative.
It's like, hey, let me show my boyfriend off to a bunch of unhinged people online.
I guess if you truly trust, then
No, that's not the issue. The issue is just like, that's not going to fix
the self-esteem.
the self-esteem. You know what I mean? Plus,
Yeah.
like, I don't think I felt lower than when I was on dating apps just because it's not a healthy place to find self-esteem. You know what I mean? It's just,
I very rarely hear positive reviews of
no.
dating exclusively through apps.
And I've only heard it got worse since I've been off it. So I can't imagine it's great now. But like, but my point of this was like, this is not going to solve the issue. His issue is still like a mental, like why he doesn't see himself as, handsome or good looking or whatever. It's like, that's something he needs to address, not, validation from random women.
Mm-hmm. I set him up with an account. I make him a bio and I just start swiping right. After about a day, he got around a dozen matches on Tinder. And after I showed this to him, I saw how he immediately became more confident and thanked me for the whole gesture. Cue my surprise when a couple days later, I checked the Tinder account that I had basically forgotten about after 24 hours. And I could see tons of messages sent to tons of different girls that my boyfriend had matched with.
Yeah, saw this coming.
I confronted him and he denied it. But I mean, these messages even included promises to meet each other.
Oh,
Obviously, we broke up. And out of curiosity, I checked the Tinder account again after a week. And this breakup has clearly not slowed him down a bit.
it's crazy that you broke up and you still have access to the Tinder account.
Yeah, you could sabotage him. And I suggest you do.
Yeah.
So now the Tinder I made for him not only broke us up, but is now helping him navigate his newly single life. Lol. Too long didn't read, made a Tinder account for my boyfriend to prove that he is attractive, and he ended up ditching me for one of the girls he matched with.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it was gonna eventually happen. If it happened that easily, you know what I mean?
True.
So yeah, this still comes back to he's gonna go down the rabbit hole of just swiping for validation and never actually truly get to the root cause of why he feels the way he feels. He'll feel good for a little bit and then need that hit again and go right back to it. So it's not a healthy place to be in for sure.
For sure. They also write, also, if anyone needs help with their Tinder, hit me up. I'm pretty good at it.
So good. I'm one for one.
So good. I lost my boyfriend. I made his account too. Good.
Yeah. That is unfortunate, but next time just, recommend they go to therapy.
Yeah. Therapy, I don't know. If he's able to do this so fast, maybe he wasn't worth it anyways.
No, I agree. I'm just saying like self-esteem issues happen. They're going to happen.
Yeah.
And so like getting to the root of that is the solution, not, hey, here's a Band-Aid.
Not endlessly swiping right.
Yeah. The Band-Aid took you away from me.
I'm going to be honest. When somebody says swipe right or left, I do not know which. It is confusing to me still, if I'm being quite honest.
Right is good, left bad.
Yes, I know, but am I swiping right to left or left to right? Which one is
I see.
You know what I mean?
Left to right.
Is swiping right.
Right to left. Yeah.
Thank God we don't have to.
Now that you know, you'll never use that information.
I'll never use that info again. I remember I was at a bachelor party one time, and then one of our single friends was just there swiping, and we was watching, and I was like, "Man, is this fun?" And he was like, "No, this is the fucking worst."
That's exactly what my single friend did at our bachelor, or my buddy's bachelor, and said the exact same thing. He's like, "Yeah, this is terrible."
This is.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like, should I skip dinner at this bachelor party to have dinner with this random woman?
No.
We're like, I mean, You can do you, I guess. That makes zero sense.
Yeah.
There's no logic.
That's so stupid.
Very highly doubt this is the love of your life. I mean, but who knows? Maybe it could.
And now they're married. No.
Yeah.
No, okay.
We really fucked him up. That's all the stories for today, unless you're a patron. But before we get over to the rich, we got to do a segment by the amazing Underbaki.
Let's go.
Today, we have Cool or Cringe.
Nice.
Welcome back to Cool or Cringe, where we share our thoughts on whether a trendy item or a viral moment deserves a thumbs up or a hard pass. This is a very opinionated segment, so be sure to let your boys know what you think in the episode comments. Had a little hiccup there.
I do like this segment because it's an opinionated segment, and I'd always go, "Oh, it's whatever you want to do."
Yeah, I'll try
and take a hard stance on this. It'll be a controversial podcaster, I guess.
We don't have it in us, unfortunately. All right, first up is one millennial restaurants.
Oh, boo, trash.
Lately, Gen Z has been calling out millennials for gravitating toward a very specific type of burger joint. Picture this: metal stools or high-top chairs, colorful minimalist decor, neon signs, packaging made for the perfect social media post. Instead of starters, the apps are labeled shareables. Fries come in mini fry baskets, and menus are written out on chalkboards. The layout of these restaurants typically follow a minimalist / industrial vibe as well. Having said all of this, are these spots cool or cringe?
I was at one Sunday.
So again, Alex included some pictures. The walls are either black or brick.
Yep.
There are string lights involved.
You can see the vents.
Yep. Chalkboard menu. And then a tattooed, bearded man making the burgers.
Damn, that is one for one where I went the other day. So, and I will say, I don't even know if millennials necessarily love this, because especially the fucking chairs. Like, I hate sitting on it's either a stool or it's an uncomfortable bench, and it's just like, why are we doing this?
He hates a high chair.
Yeah, it's like, why? This hurts my back after an hour. So yeah, as an old millennial, I think cringe, and I would like more unique places. I like the unique places that are have their own vibe, have their own style, kind of go outside of the, the norm. I do understand the ones that are like, well, this is a formula that works. I am running this restaurant. I want it to do well. And so I'm going to go with the safe bet because all of my life saving is in this. So I get that. But me personally, I think cringe, and I would prefer to go to a unique restaurant when possible.
All right, here's one. And I know we got to take opinions on this, but my opinion is I truly could not give a shit. If the food is fucking awesome, I don't care if it looks exactly like this. You know what I mean? But I'll eat the burger all goddamn day.
Yeah. I mean, everyone I pictured though, it's like, this food's okay. You know what I mean? It's not like the best food I've ever had. And so that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like it's all pretty much the same style, like pub food. And that's fine for every once in a while, but it's just like, it's not mind blowing food.
I think the decor is whatever. The only time I think it's cringe is when they have like something on the menu, like, oh, the fucking ass blaster 3000. And it's just like mozzarella sticks or some shit. Or like just some fucking,
now that's a name.
I hate stupid names on menus. And then especially when they don't describe what it is.
Yeah.
Like a wing sauce place. And it's just like, some again, ass blaster 3000 or some catchphrase like, it's giving. And then it doesn't give any description for the sauce.
I
don't know what it is giving.
It's got a 3 on the spicy meter, but you don't know how far the spicy meter goes.
Or even what the flavors are.
Yeah.
At all. It upsets me.
And
I think that is cringe.
Drinks come in mason jars. The classic.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's fine. I would prefer to go somewhere else. Me personally.
Yeah. Unless the food is fucking fantastic.
Yeah. But again, I've never been to one and been like, this is a life-changing food that I'm going to only come here for.
That's fair. All right. Post 2, Casey Anthony's arrival to TikTok. Didn't know this was a thing.
Is she the one
Yep.
that killed her? Okay.
Yep. For those who don't recognize the name, Casey Anthony was accused of murdering her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee Anthony, in 2008. After a highly publicized trial, Casey was acquitted of murder in 2011, but convicted on charges of providing false information to law enforcement. The case remains a hot topic in the true crime community, so it was probably a shock when Casey posted on TikTok for the first time on March 1st. In the video, she introduced her new role as a legal advocate and stated her intention to use the platform to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. Is Casey Anthony's TikTok account cool or cringe?
Is cringe not strong enough of a word?
Yeah, I feel like evil.
Yeah.
Is it cool or Satan?
Yeah, this is some evil shit. I don't think she popped up on mine, but like people stitching her popped up.
Oh, really? I had no clue on that.
Yeah. So the justice system did what it did. I think it failed. And I don't love that she can advocate for herself. So yeah, I'm going to go with Satan on this one.
Yeah,
She's also using her daughter's name, which is just like, don't. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I guess she thinks she's fighting for her daughter. But this is like a repeat of when O.J. Simpson dropped a book, If I Had Done It. Bitch, we know you did it. What are you talking about? If I had done it.
Yeah. So
this is just the same shit.
I don't know. It's gross. Gross is a good word for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. Before we close it out completely, I do have some Venmos to read.
Whoa.
This first one is coming up from Jessica, who has been sending me Venmos for Sean's goat noise, but then spells Sean in just the most obscene ways possible.
Nice.
For this one is SCHAUGHYVN.
I gotta say that I don't know if that spells Sean.
I don't know either. I don't know if any of these from Jessica have.
We should put them into like the pronounce this guy and then have the AI see what it says.
That sounds like a $10 tier game to me, bro.
And then we should do a tier system. Be like, how does this tier on the ranking of Sean?
And then we have a shirt that has
all the rankings.
All of the rankings.
Yeah.
The S tier, A tier, B tier. Jessica sends 69 cents per Venmo. So just 2 this time. So a total of $1.38.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. Next up, we got Dr. Effie, who writes, first you get your master's, then you get your doctorate.
Whoa.
Let's go, Sean, spelled SCHYAWN.
Nice.
Be sure to give Nancy extra love because supporting a spouse through school can be emotionally draining. Hi, John and Josh, spelled JAWYN and JAWSH. Heart emoji.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool if you got your doctorate, Sean. Then
I don't know if I can, but I appreciate you thinking so highly of me, Dr. F.
I don't know what a doctorate of business gets you.
I want to say my director has a doctorate.
Okay.
Like in finance or something, which I didn't know existed.
Interesting.
Which I feel like
then
he doesn't call himself doctor, so that's good.
No,
if he was calling himself doctor, I'd be like,
then you could be that guy. When it's like when there's an emergency on the plane, is there a doctor on board? You'd be like, I'm a doctor of finance.
Sit the fuck down. Okay.
Get out, actually. They open the door.
Dr. Effie sends $10.
Thank you. Thank you, Effie.
Next up, we got Wolfie, who writes, I'm currently on my 4th rotation of Row, starting from episode 0.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious.
Appreciate
Wolfie.
it.
Thank you guys for making such a great podcast. I'm trying to follow Josh and John's footsteps by leaving corporate America.
Hey.
And it would mean the world if you guys could check out my little shop. I'm at Wolfie Goods Shop on Etsy or at Wolfie Goods on Instagram. I make dog collars, leashes, and bandanas. And here's 15% off to you guys plus the Wikimaniacs. You can get 15% off using code ROW15. Keep up the amazing work. Wolfie, hell yeah. Wolfie sent $69.
Woo. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah, Wolfie.
Absolutely. What was the Etsy again? Give it a shout out.
The Etsy is Wolfie Goods Shop. And then the Instagram is at Wolfie Goods.
Hell yeah.
So I'll make sure to follow both of those for you, Wolfie. And I may get the kitty some bandanas. I would say, not just dog collars and leashes.
Holy, these are very well done.
Oh, shit. I can't wait to see it.
I'm checking them out. They are very well done. If it was in Canada, I would do it. But holy, these are cool. So yeah, go check out Wolfie Goods Shop.
Hell yeah.
Wolfie's spelled with a Y, not I-E. I made that mistake.
All right, next up we got Addie, who writes, to answer your question, to my question from my last Venmo, I'm in grad school for nursing. The transition back into school is always tough, but I know you can do it. Oh, thank you, Addie.
Hell yeah.
Addie sends $3. Next up, we got Robin, who writes, hey, Sean, I'm the 13-year age gap woman. We started dating in 2021, and we are old. I'm 57 this fall, and he will be the big 7-0. Hell yeah, Robin. Robin sends 69 cents. Congrats, Robin.
Congratulations, and doesn't break the Sean rule, so good for you guys.
Yeah. Next up, we got Julia, who writes, Sean, you are my fave. I love this pod so much. Thank you guys for being light in dark times. Julia sends 69 cents, and she spelled my name correctly.
Whoa.
Whoa, it's weird to see sometimes.
That's illegal. That's against the Josh rule.
No, don't coin that. Next up, we got Katie, who writes, keeping me company while I ride my horse. Katie sends $1.69.
All the 69 cents today.
A bunch of 69 cents.
Holy.
Next up, we got Joy, who writes, I love you guys. Please see my Insta DM. We will look at the Insta DM. I think that's John's.
I was going to say, you're talking to the wrong two guys right now.
Yeah, that's John's job. But we will send him this message.
He listens to this.
Okay, perfect.
He pre-watches before the episodes go live, so he'll hear this.
What a pro. Joy sent us some cute merch design ideas. So yeah, we definitely need to check that out.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Joy. Joy sends $20.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Very much.
Next up, we got Jasmine, who writes, Sean, also spelled correctly. Whoa. Sean is the GOAT. You're my favorite brown. Josh, thanks for not being a terrible white man. Keep on being a role model. John, brilliant. Keep the puns coming. Jasmine sends 69 cents.
I like how the bar is so low. It's like, thanks for not being a piece of shit.
I used to be a
real piece of shit.
And then last but not least, we got Anna, who writes, too broke for new merch after the $550 vet bill I just paid. Ooh. So here's a Venmo in honor of last month's merch, which in fact was so sick. P.S. Don't worry, my fur baby is fine, smiley face.
Oh, thank goodness.
Anna sends $1.69. Anna, thank goodness you ended with that P.S. Otherwise, you would be worried.
I would have been very worried. But I'm glad your pet's doing good. And
hell yeah.
The merch was sick, Sean.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody came together after I cried, and I will cry every time I make merch going forward, I think.
Because that's how you get sales.
That's how we do it, I think. But that's it for this episode. Josh, anything to say before we end it?
Well, speaking of merch, we got our I Don't Condone Violence, but Teddy merch on the shop right now. Go check that out. It's up for another week and a bit. And yeah, I made that one. I'm not going to cry. You can get it if you want.
Guys, if you don't get it, I will cry.
Oh, okay. Sean will cry.
It's his goddamn birthday month, and you're not going to give him the love and respect he deserves?
It's also your birthday month.
Yeah. But I already cried last time.
That's true. You can't do it
gotta
every month.
Yeah, it can't be me all the time.
But other than that, if you want to support us, patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. We did a bonus story behind the paywall, and we do at least one every episode. So go check that out if you want to support us.
We're trying to add more to our $10 tier.
Yes, we are working on more. Sean's going to be coming on, do live shows once a month for $10 patrons. So if you want to sign up for that, if not, you get the $5 tier or the $1 tier if you just want to support.
Hell, there's even a free one.
There is a free one. I will be honest, you don't get much, but we appreciate you.
A little sneak peek.
Yeah, you get to hang out. But yeah, and if you don't have the money to support, we always appreciate a like, subscribe, give us a rating on Spotify, Apple, wherever you are. And check us out.
All right. Thank you, Josh. And thank you, Wikimaniacs, for staying with us for another episode. We'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Later.
Therapy. I'm not ready. It's therapy.